From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Jets defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw now on first down. Checks this down to Sampson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On third down, Sampson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Ready? Cowboy 80. 19, Panther and left. Mustang, go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
Well, he's talking about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
19, Lion. Panther and left, Mustang 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down.
70 Timberwolves.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
1960, Buffalo, 7 Pirates, go!
Operating from the gun, Green. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, here we go. Hey, check 58. 300%.
They'll start on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Jets at 6-2 to start play. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Still going inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Line. Hey, trio left.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Panthers 60, Panthers, Cup 19, 70, 65, Dragon 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Green. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Cougar 19.
Second and 2. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
19 strikes, 7 Pirates, Buffalo 8, 70, Mustang 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On the draw, it's Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Smith here, an audible at the line.
Tuesday.
Throwing now is Geno. This pass out wide to Hall. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Geno now to throw. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're going to sit on. 13 next.
Now Geno. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Smith now to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Back to throw, Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Come on. Nothing nice. Trap 50. Let's go.
Now Green throwing to start the drive. Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Right there. Hurt. Let's go now. Buffalo 18. 60 is Dragon 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Look at 19. Hey, check that. Street. Panther 11, 18, top 19, 19 Lion.
Looking to throw. Green. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
Check mash. 19 tight. 65. 79 Broncos. 18.
Back to throw again. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
70 Ranger. 60 Maverick. 60. Buffalo 18. Dragons 40 and 70.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Simpson. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Top 19. 19 Lions.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Lions. Ready. Cowboy 80.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Mustang 19. 79. 19 tight.
A final shot before break. Green. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Definitely a hiccup in the operation there, and that is going to come up short, no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And check down, complete to Hall. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
53, 53. Good shot.
Smith. And it is caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll give to Hall. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Smith. Here's a diving catch right side. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Here we go, hey. 390%.
On the counter, it's Hall. A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, sir.
Off of play action, here's Smith. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll try, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. York able to send this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now it's Smith. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend.
And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. The Browns drive about to get started.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 60 bucks. 79. 70 raises. Dragon 60. Hurt.
Throwing to start the drive. Green. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
19, 7 Pirates.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that one behind his receiver and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
To throw is Smith. He's going to let it go deep from Mitchell. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 54 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Gino's going to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Throwing is Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Green. Just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and they'll end up winning this game.
To the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Hey, here we go. Hey, here we go, son.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness, heartache. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Checks this down to Sampson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
70, hot, set, 18, 20, 17.
Back to throw. He'll swing this out to Sampson.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
70 range, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 79, 19, Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Back to throw. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Ready, set. Panther 11, 70 Timberwolf. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He's back to throw. That'll be complete to Sampson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
60 Bison. Here's Ryan. Warriors, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60, 19.
They'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here we go, 1st and goal. Now they'll audible to something else.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Cap 60, Panther 11, Panther 11. Mustang 19.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
18, Pioneers. Buffalo at 19, lock, 79.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, they were successful in one sense. They completed the pass, but still leads them to a tough fourth down situation, doesn't it?
It does, and the deficit more than 3 here at a one-score game. So the field goal, not their ideal situation. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal.
Here we go. Come next. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60, 19, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go, Salon. 390%.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Jets, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.